Good evening, y'all back in the States. It is 11:48 Greenwich Mean Time, and I am exhausted. It's been a very busy Sunday, so we're going to try to keep this quick. Yesterday, Saturday, um, just went down to Whitby, spent the afternoon with Ben and Andy, and just kind of hung out. It was a great time. Um, you'll have to ask me more about Whitby later, though, because got a lot of ground to cover. Um, I lost my train of thought. This morning, woke up early. I've been feeling a little down in the throat, like I had a cold coming on, but nothing's actually come on yet. But I was worried that this morning I needed to get a little more sleep. I ended up deciding to just go with it and power through. I haven't regretted it because my throat felt pretty good all day, but um, now that it's late again, it's starting to feel blah. Went to church, had a great time. There was a Scottish pastor, and it was a blessing just to hear him speak and pray. I've decided that whatever I do for the rest of my life, I want to have a Scottish or a pastor with a Scottish accent. He's got to be amazing, but just having that accent is a really good start. So we had some good time of worship. They played, what was that song Ben and I really liked? Um, it's an old hymn, and I know it, but I can't think of it right now. It was good. Then Ben got up and spoke on diversity and the importance of not being religious, but being in a relationship with God. It was a good message. Um, Afterwards, it was funny. Ben got sucked into a conversation where someone was on his case for being too diverse. Right after he spoke about how diversity was important in the church. Um, well, while Ben was over there in that conversation, I didn't even realize what was going on at the time. I was getting a history lesson on Christianity in Tees Valley over the last 28 years. But it was from this little lady, Moira. Moira. She just has a heart for this area, and uh, she's the sort of she and her husband, the sort of old couple that you just love to have in your church. They've got their opinions, and they've been doing this forever, but um, the love they had for God and for this area was evident, and that's something that I've seen repeatedly over and over in the people that I've spoken to here. Um, After church, I went over to Margaret and Morris's house. They're the couple from the Rose Foundation, so if you saw them at the Heights back in March, you'll remember them. They are amazing people. I didn't get to talk to them much when they were in Texas in March, but spent the whole afternoon just hanging out with them, and they're they are good people. They are amazing. I love them both. Probably not going to get to see them again before I leave, but even just to have tea with them is good enough reason to come back. So had a lot of fun there. Ben and I and Margaret and Morris. Um, then after that, stopped by Ben's home group. Was having a barbecue. Stopped by there for a little bit. It was just nice to see a home group. I tried to stay out of it mostly, let them be a home group, and just kind of observe the dynamics. And it was beautiful. They've got some great community. Again, it comes back to everywhere I go here, I'm seeing such genuine love for each other and for God. Maybe it's because their summer just started and everybody's feeling great and relaxed, but I think it's deeper than that. It's amazing. Then after that, Ben and I headed over to the church. I forget what it was called, St. John the Baptist or something. I've got a flyer on it. This church, the earliest historical record of this place is 1085 AD, and there was probably a church on the site before that. And there was a tombstone of a knight with a cross on the top, and the cross from the time period of this tombstone indicates that this knight had been in the Crusades. So there's a guy buried around this church somewhere who had been in the Crusades. This is how long this has been around. And I'm talking about spiritual warfare and how we don't want to confuse ourselves with, the armor of God and the spiritual warfare that we face. We don't want to confuse that with jihadist or the Crusades. It was kind of funny, but it was an honor to speak in a church that is at least 899 years older than I am. Um, I got up and gave the lesson after another excellent period of worship. Um, like I said, it was on spiritual war, or it was on the armor of God and how we're called both to be warriors and monks, living in peace and harmony with people. It was well received. Speaking in a church that old just reminded me of how small I am in God's plan. How I cannot contribute anything to His power and His victory. It was amazing. I'm just trying to gotta gloss over it though, because after that I had dinner and now here we are. I'm recording a video blog and I am exhausted. So, 3 more full days of ministry here with Ben at the radio station. I will be back on air tomorrow morning, so if you happen to want to stay up late on a Sunday night, you can hear me do the Monday morning broadcast. And I'm going to go to bed. So, I'm not even editing this. I think we did all right. Good night, y'all. I look forward to seeing you as soon as I get back to the States and am not jet lagged. God bless. Where's the finish button?